day. And look at who's here. New Mayo.
Yeah, back in the building.
Back in the building. You've been on the
map.
world tour just
now.
now.
Little tour. I'm back, though.
They were like, Mayo's in Kansas City.
They said Mayo kicked out the whip.
No, Mayo.
They said, Dan, don't want you up here no more, Mayo.
You have less than a month to find your wife.
Yeah,
and today is June 27th. The wedding's July 26th.
Right. I wrote me some vows that I want to go over.
I'm going to help you with those.
Please.
I already feel like it's...
No,
you're very
right
poetic.
Thing. Yeah, it's the right thing.
I'll be interested to hear those. Yeah. Also, ScarLip is going to be joining us today. Scarred Before Fame is out right now. So make sure you check that out. I listened to her whole project. It's an EP.
Mm-hmm.
But
how many songs? 4, 5?
Are there like 7, I think? Yeah, I'm trying to. But anyway, it is really good. She definitely got that pen game. I like when she's telling her story. She's a storyteller also. But let's start the show off with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. It's way up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mayo.
Yeah.
And it's time to shine a light. So good to have you here.
Good to be back.
And so today we want to shine a light on Tiffany James. At the age of 25, she turned an investment of $10,000 in the stock market into $2 million in just 2 years. And now she's helping other women build wealth through her platform. She has a platform called Modern Black Girl. And she has over 300,000 members. It's one of the largest investing groups for Black women. So love to see that type of success at such a young age, too, to be able to do that. That's why they always talk about how we don't invest in the stock market. I know these are conversations we've had because that's something that you do, too.
I do.
But she wants to make the world of trading and investment accessible to women of color. And in 2019, she actually followed her friend's advice. She invested in Tesla, and it skyrocketed. From there. All right. Well, who do you guys want to spread some love to on this Friday? Who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Desiree, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my husband, my beautiful husband of almost 4 years. He is an amazing Black father, hard-working fella.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to shine a light on him, let him know he's appreciated and that we see everything that he does.
Oh, that is so sweet. And what does he do exactly?
So he's actually an assistant manager at Home Depot.
Ooh. Well, shout out to him and shout out to everybody who works at Home Depot. We appreciate you for being knowledgeable because I don't be knowing nothing. I'm like, I'm trying. So, yes, what a skill.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, Desiree.
Yes, thank you for having this segment. We need more positivity out here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. And when we come back, we got your Yeetie. I feel like we got to start with some Diddy stuff today because Mayo hasn't been here, and I got to hear your thoughts on these new lawsuits from Diddy. It's way up.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela.
Way up.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
New Mayo. And let's get into what's going on during this Diddy trial. You know, they're doing these closing arguments.
Right.
And the defense has started their closing arguments, arguing that the prosecution exaggerated its case and the evidence only showed a swinger's lifestyle.
That's right.
That is their defense. But the prosecution yesterday was giving their closing arguments. That took about 5 hours, and they went through 2 decades of alleged crimes, saying that he does not take no for an answer. They also broke down the meaning of racketeering when it came to Diddy. The concept is simple. When someone commits a crime as part of a group, they are more powerful and more dangerous. The Combs enterprise consisted of an inner circle of loyal security guards and a chief of staff. Many of that crew's orders were carried out by foot soldiers who have known the full scope of their boss's criminality, but they still played an important role. So that's the inner circle. That's the racketeering where that comes in. They did also bring up the Kid Cudi firebombing, allegedly, and also bribery. They described Diddy's alleged $100,000 payment to the hotel security at the Intercontinental in exchange for what Diddy believed was the only copy of that video of him assaulting Cassie. They also spent time discussing sex trafficking charges with both Cassie and the Jane Doe that was on the stand. And they talked about love bombing early on in the Jane Doe and Diddy's relationship, to the gradual introduction of sex with escorts, to the love contract where he was going to pay her rent for 2 years, using that deal as leverage to get her to continue doing these hotel nights. They brought up sex tapes, and they also said in some of these videos, because they did show some of those videos, you could see that she was high on a different drug, a liquid Molly drug. And so they ended that by pointing out that these women were not freely choosing to participate in hotel nights. There were constant threats to release sex tapes, stop paying this woman's rent, ultimately the threat of a violent outburst. And so these were not free choices, free will. It's not an adult woman making a free choice. That was what the prosecution said yesterday. So today we're watching to see what the defense is going to say. Your thoughts?
Cap, I just seen a man as just a freak doing what he want to do.
Well, that's what the defense is going to argue today.
I don't see Rico, and I know the feds, and I know how they play, and I know the narratives that they try to spin and try to make their case better, and this is just what they do.
Well, Diddy, in the meantime, has new lawsuits. I would say both of these lawsuits are by the lawyer Tony Busby. So already, funny, already, if I was going to do something now, that wouldn't be the one. Right. But Diddy's being sued by a man who says that he was sodomized by him at a house party after telling him, "You're about to get that Diddy love." The man is named Brandon Adams. He said he was invited to a party in 2021 only to go and get sexually assaulted. He said these drinks he had made him dizzy. He found an empty bedroom, collapsed onto the bed, fell unconscious, and the next thing he remembers is a hand unbuckling his belt. He said he was rolled from his stomach onto his side and said, "Don't worry, you're about to get a great massage." And that's when he says he was sodomized. He said he felt pain and a vile sensation. Well, he said he was drugged, and that's why he was passed out. And he said he tried to confront Diddy, but security guards intercepted him and told him he could either play along and leave the party like nothing happened or leave the hard way. And that's why he ended up signing an NDA and leaving after that. And then there's a woman who is suing Diddy and his son Justin. She says that she was lured to the mansion where she was then gang raped, according to what she's saying in this lawsuit. In 2017, she was interested in working in entertainment. She said she had some marijuana. She feels like it was laced. And 3 other men showed up at the house in masquerade masks, and one of them was Diddy, because Justin kept calling him Pops, and she could tell by his mannerisms. And so that is her allegation. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. We'll keep you updated on what's happening in court today. When we come back about last night, we got to hear where you've been, Mayo. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mayo. Where you been, Mayo?
I've been all over. I was in Buffalo for a couple of days. Then I went to Kansas City for my daughter and her. She's on the traveling volleyball team.
It felt like her friends thought you were cool.
They do.
Okay.
She's the only one that don't think that I'm cool. Right. They won in their league.
That's amazing.
They won. This is the national, so they won first place in their division.
Your daughter is so beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, she's so tall.
Yes.
You could tell that you get on her nerves.
Absolutely. She tells me that I'm embarrassing her because I'm out there screaming, "Go Gia, let's go Gia!" And she's like,
"Stop! You're throwing her off."
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice. So you had a lot of quality time.
Yeah. Then I had to shoot to Atlanta. Then I got back last night.
Okay, what are you doing in Atlanta?
Had some business to take care of. Had some things that tie up.
Okay, well, glad things got tied up. And so I want to ask you this too, because the wedding is coming up. You have less than a month.
I got some vows that I've been working on. I want to read them to you.
Okay, wait. So we're gonna do that?
Like exactly. I want to read you these vows.
I cannot wait to hear.
Yes.
Where are they?
I got them on my phone.
Give me a little taste right now.
No, I promise to love you from now into eternity. Yeah, that's
regular.
Nah, but it goes deeper than that.
I'm
just giving you a little bit.
Last night I was actually doing lip service. Larsa Pippen's going to be our next guest, so that should be fun. She just did Watch What Happens Live, but we had a good conversation.
Yeah.
I think she's a little more protective over how much she reveals about her relationships now.
Right. High risk.
Just because of that's you. She called you. You can't get over that. She called you high risk.
And I called her high risk.
Well, she stays with a man
This is
that
what I'm saying.
wants to marry
That's
her. So
risky.
Well, anyway, and then we also had Conscience on, and he's going to be on in a couple of weeks, but he has a new project that's actually out today, Pool Party. So shout out to him. Conscience is definitely got some hit songs. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we come back, you know what time it is, and I want you to set this off. Tell us a secret.
Tell us a secret so we can go viral.
Now, Mayo.
Yeah.
We want to hear these vows, but when we come back, you guys, we're not going to judge you. You get to stay anonymous, and you're going to tell us a secret.
Of
800-292-5150. Mayo has not been here for Tell Us a Secret for like a month now.
This is crazy.
So he needs to hear
my
this.
debut.
800-292-5150. Again, it's a no judgment zone. You are anonymous. That's 800-292-5150. It's way up.
Yeah.
Way up.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Happy Friday. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me and New Man.
Yeah.
And it's time for you guys to tell us your secrets. No judgment.
No judgment ever.
800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, you want to tell us a secret?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So one day I was out, right? My wife's best friend called, and I said, hello. She said, hey, what you doing with this phone? I said, this is my phone number. She said, oh, I thought this was your wife's. I said, nah, this is me. I said, you know what you're doing. She said, she started playing, right? Long story short, she came over to the crib. One thing led to another, and yeah, she's pregnant now.
What? Your wife's best friend is pregnant by you? So
Why would you get her pregnant, though?
Yeah.
He laughing, though.
Bro,
It's
listen,
funny, this guy.
it ain't like you was pregnant. I mean, you know, I know I got some to me, but god damn.
So what? Does your wife know?
Good.
It was good. Does your wife know that you got her best friend pregnant,
that's
though, my
crazy.
Yo, bro, keep it in the beam.
boy? A bean.
Yeah, I had to tell her, man.
So what's she gonna do? What's gonna happen now? How do y'all move forward?
He laughing.
Just move forward. I mean, look, I'm a man at the end of the day. You feel me? I'm a handle mine.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you what you should do, though. This is if you really pee. What you do now is you tell your wife what happened, and she doesn't leave you for what you did. Now you bring it all together. Now you
Oh my
got
God.
one big happy family now. Now you bring her into your home. And y'all raise that baby as a family, as a unit.
Absolutely.
Do you think she was always plotting on you, her best friend?
Yeah, I think she was because listen, it's her guy's daughter's mom, right?
Okay.
And I really think, honestly, listen, we got the same phone number, but a couple numbers off. So I think she did that on purpose, man.
Right. Well, you listen,
Clearly.
y'all already having it. Y'all already
Well, it
got
worked.
one in the oven right now. You got a baby on the way. You might as well put the families together. Okay. Now, what is your wife saying that she want to leave you, or
She
she's
wants to
saying,
move in.
huh?
She wants to move in, bro. Yeah, she wants to move in. She was just like, listen, this is what it is. I ain't got no problem moving in, and I'm just like, look, I can't do all that.
Yeah, you got to do all that. What's your wife saying though, my dog?
Nah, bro, nah. Yeah, the wife is like, hell no. She said, listen, I ain't marry you to share you. Look, after 25 years, I slipped up one time.
One time.
Well,
You did it more than
It
once.
was more, listen, yeah, tell you the truth, yeah, after the first time I found out that it was already in the oven, yeah, I did. I had to go back.
So are you still sleeping? Are you still sleeping with her?
No, I'm not.
Why stop now, though?
No.
Bro, I know, now is the time, ain't it?
Now is the time.
Okay, all right. We're not gonna. Okay, well,
Yes.
good
Listen,
luck
yo,
to that
check
whole
this out.
family.
Yeah. Yo, best of luck to all of us. You know what I mean? Hey, I pray for it every day, man. Everything goes smooth and sailing. But listen to this, though, bro. You were on the phone with my man and he said that he had some vows that he was going to spit for his wife, right?
Yeah, I got him. Just stay tuned.
Yo, real quick, can I say something?
Yeah.
All right. When I wrote my vows for my wife, this is what I said. I said, yo, your magnificence, your brilliance, your beauty, your grace, your radiance, your reliance, your booty, your...
Okay, thank you, sir. Bye.
Right, and then you still got a friend pregnant.
Bye.
This dude is a lame.
All right, well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150 if you couldn't get through. And have you ever felt like somebody just always hating on you? Well, Drake thinks that T-Pain has been that person for him. We'll talk about it in Yeetie. It's Way Up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Mayo.
Yeah.
Got his vows ready?
That's right.
And let's get into this Yeetie. So apparently Drake feels like T-Pain has been hating on him. He said, this guy always had resentment for me. You can hear it every time he speaks on my name. Well, this is in response to T-Pain on a recent episode of the Crash Dummies podcast. He basically said that Drake gave him some advice, but ignored his own advice. Here's what he said.
Here's the crazy thing. One thing I learned from Drake, but one thing he hasn't followed his own words. Mm-hmm. Drake said, I want to be one of the people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out. Yeah. Drake is like, no, listen, okay, I got another one. Hold on, check this out. Check this out. Y'all didn't like that one? Okay, let me try one more. And then he's the person that he said, he didn't want to be.
And it feels like he's referencing a conversation that Drake had with Lil Yachty, where he said he reached the point in his music career where the thought of a graceful exit has crossed his mind. And in that same interview, he talked about rappers overstaying their welcome. So what do you think about that? Was that hating? Offset said the boy is the boy, ish ain't gonna change. All that hating on another grown man who do more numbers than everybody is diabolical.
Why would he bow out now like that? He's still at the top of his game. He's still at the top of the food chain as far as this rap thing is concerned. Why would he leave?
And I saw people also pulling up on social media times when T-Pain has referenced Drake in a not so endearing way.
This is the only genre of music where people say you're supposed to leave after a while. Like, why? Like, rockers don't ever leave.
Mm-hmm. I guess he's saying Drake said that, so he was using what Drake said. But I don't know that it's time for Drake to bow out. I think he's still. I don't. Yeah. And he's still young.
But he's still at the top of the food chain. He's still doing things that
breaking records.
Right. Most artists don't ever get to see or do.
Well, speaking of breaking records, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, their grand national tour is the highest grossing co-headline tour with over $256.4 million gross revenue, 1.1 million tickets sold, and 23 shows. And this tour is still going on. They're going to be continuing in Europe. And they actually have beaten out Beyonce and Jay-Z's On the Run 2 tour to secure first place on Billboard's list of the 40 biggest co-headline tours of all time. Crazy, right? So they're number one. Beyonce, Jay-Z is number two. And then number three on that list is Def Leppard and Motley Crue, a heavy metal big hair tour, the stadium tour back in 2022. All right, and that is your Yeetie. When we come back, Under the Radar, these are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar, but we definitely want to make sure you're up on it. It's way up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mayo.
Yeah.
Ooh, ready to go under the radar? Well, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, today's the day they're supposed to be exchanging their nuptials. It was a 3-day activities in Italy. And, there were all kinds of issues with people protesting. They ended up having to move things. Now, an attorney who chose to remain anonymous says that the couple already have legally tied the knot in the United States, and they went to Venice for the celebrations, which makes perfect sense because a lot of times getting married when you leave out of the country in a foreign country, that may not be valid in the United States.
Right, so you got to do it over.
Right, so allegedly they've already been married and they have a prenup that will be enforceable everywhere. The alleged prenup is allegedly signed already, but the details are still under wraps of what that is. But a lot of people are in town. They said Usher and his wife, Jen, just arrived at the wedding welcome party. Leonardo DiCaprio, Orlando Bloom, Tom Brady, Kris Jenner, and Corey Gamble, Kendall and Kylie and Kim Kardashian, all of them are out there now, getting ready for this huge $10 million lavish wedding. All right, now this story is going to be interesting to you. Now, I don't know how true this is, but there is an easy way to figure out if somebody has a high body count, according to a study. Why did you make that noise? Now, according to a Washington State University study, the simple way to determine that is... let me ask you a question. Back up.
Back up. I'm like this.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have great upper body strength?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that means you reportedly have a high number of sexual partners.
No, that don't mean
according
that.
To the study, it's assumed that
most I work out.
Yeah, we know. They said a main effect of strength on mating success is proxied by lifetime number of sexual partners and current partner status, but not past your number of sexual partners or age at first intercourse. So if you can do a lot of push-ups without breaking a sweat, that means you have a high body count, according to this study.
That don't mean that. That's cap. No,
so you don't have a high body count.
I'm saying like I don't think that Navy has a high body count, but I think he could do a lot of push-ups.
No, you beat him in push-ups.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, so I think it's
Him
actually
and Dan.
true. Yeah, you beat both of them.
Yeah, that's
so lames.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Maybe I still don't agree with that though.
All right, now if we had to ask you, because this is also according to this study, what is the ideal number of sexual partners for an individual? What is the magic number for men? The amount of partners
Dealing with a woman
in their lifetime, the amount of partners, yes.
So it's like, okay, you just slept with.
What's
how
the
many
idea?
men
Yeah, how many people in your lifetime?
that I want you to.
Not that you want. There's a magic number for men and a magic number for women, according to a study in social, psychological, and personality science. What is that magic number for men? The amount of partners in their lifetime.
In my lifetime?
You're just what is that number for you? What's the magic number?
I don't know because it's too extensive.
So it's high.
No, I'm saying it's like maybe around.
Well, according
20,
to the study
maybe.
for men, it's 4 to 5 partners in their
In your
lifetime.
lifetime?
Stop. You look so appalled.
Yo,
And
4 to 5 partners in your whole entire life.
for women, that number is 2 to 3.
So what I'm saying, like I'm probably gonna live to be 275 years old. What I'm telling you this is that out of my whole life.
That is your under the radar.
This
We got
is
the way up
crazy.
mix at the top of the hour. Plus, ScarLip is going to be joining us. Her project Scar Before Fame is out right now. It's way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Let's get into some of this Yee tea. So Gunna has said that he would want to sign an AI artist. I feel like whenever people do that, it gets a lot of backlash. He spoke to will.i.am for the Up Rocks cover feature. Here's what he said.
You with AI?
I with it, but I'm not hands-on.
You got to tap in. This next 5 years, it's going to be so transformational. It's going to be full-on AI artists that produce it, write it, in the videos.
I gotta sign me an AI artist. Fast.
He also, in this interview, thanked fans for sticking with him. He said, and never give up, don't stop, especially when they want you to stop. Really keep going. That's when you really push. And I will say,
That's right.
people have stuck by him. He did it the right way. Just kept working.
And the music is good.
Yeah, the music is good. Stayed focused. Got in shape. Like, you know. All right, now Brandy and Monica have revealed that The Boy Is Mine was based off of Jerry Springer. They were on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and here's what they said.
The Boy Is Mine, which was released in 1998. Brandy, is it true you got the idea for the song from watching a Jerry Springer episode?
Yes, I was a huge Jerry Springer fan.
Me too.
One of the topics was The Boy Is Mine, and I'm like, oh my God, song idea, let's do this.
All right. And Jello is having another baby Jello ball with his current girlfriend. She posted on social media, I wish I had all the right words to describe this journey, but I guess if I had to define it, all I can truly say is I'm grateful, terrified, anxious, nauseous, hangry, all of the above. As a teen mom, I was always hesitant about going through pregnancy and parenthood again. I want to thank my daughter for being here for me during this process. So Rashida Nicole, yes, she is pregnant. I know there was already speculation about that.
All right, I thought that was already out.
Yeah, but I guess it's confirmed now, you know, that we know that. And DDG has been granted visitation. Hey, okay, N.O.R.E's here. Hold on, N.O.R.E. nigga. What?
I won't curse.
What's going? Yeah, don't curse, please. You're not. He's a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like N.O.R.E's
Running
journey into radio. I feel like we did a lot together when I was at Sirius.
Absolutely.
I got some of these old videos.
You're the big homie. Yes.
No, for real though, because
Yes,
even
for
back
real.
then, everybody was like, N.O.R.E needs his own show.
Yes.
And now you got your own network.
Yes. I got our own network. The kind of sign Mayo. Let's do it.
We had a lot going on a long time ago. We're gonna talk about that. This is
Hold on. All right, we got more when we come back. It's also a New Music Friday. N.O.R.E, you going to join us for New Music Friday? We'll talk about new music.
I got a new record.
Well, let's do
go.
it. It's way up.
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
I said, let's get it.
Let's go. Way Up with Angela Yee is back to set off your workday. Turn the music up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mayo. And what a pleasant surprise. N.O.R.E is in the building.
Yes.
And I just, of course, got to mention you got your own network now.
Yes. I got my own network, Drink Champs Network. Me, EFN, Randy Acker, and Biggs. You know, Biggs from Rockefeller. We all came together. we signed Memphis Bleak. We got Bleak. His
it's
podcast.
already going up.
It's doing great.
Yeah.
It's doing no controversy. You know what I'm saying? And then Jay-Z just co-signed that he can have Source Money on. So a lot of people don't like. This is the first time Source Money is going to talk. Like, and people want to know that the early Rockefeller days.
Yes.
We got Angela Simmons. We wrapping hers up. We just did her on Run Champs.
Oh,
and we got a couple of more things that we want to do. Everybody who signs to us, they own their own material. You know what I mean? We're
That's
just
important.
pretty much. I don't want to preach what I'm not living. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I live, and if I do my own business, I have to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? I just want put people in position because right now, this is the first time hip hop is going to control hip hop media.
And listen, and we got to mention this viral moment.
Oh yeah, Swiss Beats.
All the time that comes across my timeline where I was guest hosting with you. This was in New York.
Yes.
It was a hot day because I remember I was sweaty. I was like, I want to go home and change. You were like, nah, just come. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
We interviewed Swizz, and here's what happened.
In life, we gotta face our poison in order to poise on. Because you know you was born from your mother and you a poised son. You understand? That was hard.
It goes viral for a few different things. Number one, people are like, what is he talking about?
Yes, no one knows what he's talking about. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
Number two, I just kind of looked away and laughed a little.
Right. And I co-signed it.
Your
co-sign. That's hard.
Was incredible.
I'll be honest with you.
Why you do that?
I get that from Raekwon. So what a lot of people don't know was Swizz had threw out a record that day with Drake and Busta. That thing got taken down that same minute. Like that, it went up. It was way up.
And then way out.
Way out. That record got erased. So I guess Swizz had just got the call like, yo, Drake and them people took the record down. Blase, whoop-de-whoop. So Swizz comes on our show and he starts drinking and he goes ham.
Yep.
We were smart enough to know that we have a relationship with Drake. There was people who asked us to take things out. We said, cool, we did it. But then 2 weeks later, Swizz said the same exact thing on live with Busta Rhymes.
Right.
So I always regretted editing that because sometimes when you edit something, you said it in your heart, but so you want to fix it, but you didn't fix it because you edited it.
And also might not have been him wanting to edit it. Sometimes your people too on your team are very cautious. And so they're like, can we take this part out? He was a little tipsy when he was talking about it. Because as I recall, he was saying he did Fancy.
Right. For Drake.
For Drake. And then he owed him a favor in return.
Yeah. And he never did it. Yeah.
Drake never did the favor.
And he never did it. So
hard.
he was explaining that. But then he kept drinking. And then that's when this poison thing came. Because he tried to make sense afterwards. After he and by the way, at the moment, he did make sense to me.
Right. It felt like it was hard. Pause.
And then when I look back at it, I was like, oh my God.
Because their reaction wasn't even just like, oh, that's how you made the nasty face. Like,
because geniuses, they get away with a lot of things. Like, if we didn't have the internet, he would have got clearly away.
Yeah, that would have been
away with that.
It would have been a moment that
it would have been a moment because you don't doubt a genius, and Swizz is a genius. You know what I'm saying? So he's a real genius. But boy, was that not a genius moment. Though.
Well, listen, you got to come back and really have a real.
Yes, and we gotta go on
drink chest and drink
and
with
talk
that.
crazy.
We're gonna drink sake. Yes.
I love sake.
Yes, I'm a heavily sake guy. Thank you guys,
well, we appreciate you, N.O.R.E. And again, I just had such great memories and moments with you. So I can imagine anybody on your network is going to understand doing business with you is like, it's fun, but it's also
business. I'm gonna get
trustworthy on the business side.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, N.O.R.E. for dropping by. Surprise. And when we come back, speaking of Swizz, ScarLip is going to be joining us. She's got her project that's out right now. Scar Before Fame is way up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up. Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee and back again. We got ScarLip in the building.
What's up, y'all?
But congratulations, Scar Before Fame is out right now, and it's racking up those numbers. You got a Lil Wayne feature. You got a Mary J. Blige feature. You got an Anthony Hamilton, a Honey Baby, a Skilla Baby. I mean, that is just an all-star lineup. How does it feel knowing that all these people is on it for you?
I just feel so grateful that all of these amazing and talented artists just was able to just bless my tracks like that. It's lit.
Now, I saw you talking about getting some media training. I gotta hear about this.
People may not notice, but I have anxiety when I do like interviews and shit. Like, excuse my language, see
It's okay, be relaxed.
But like,
fine.
people don't notice that, but I do have anxiety because I like sometimes I always feel like when I'm at an interview, I have to answer the question the best or the perfect way. Like, I can't make no mistakes. Like, it's like a test, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. So I just didn't want to think like that.
Part of why people like you, though, is because they feel like relatable, because there's no such thing as no mistakes in life.
Yeah.
Right now I'm talking to ScarLip. Her project Scar Before Fame is out. And so now it's a different level of people paying attention to every single move that you make and everything. Like something that you might think is like no big deal ends up going viral. You know?
Like freaking, I did a freaking video to my new track, Melanin, and it had bananas in the background. And people thought I was calling black people monkeys. I was like, what? What are y'all talking about?
Shouting out all the beautiful melanated people.
I can't do nothing wrong. I can't do nothing right in the media, can I?
I think it was Joe Budden. They were like, she keeps putting stuff in the background in her videos. Like,
you know what? Me and Joe Budden's going to have a talk. I do understand what he was saying, and I didn't take it like offensive. Like, he was just giving me constructive criticism. But to be honest, y'all knew me from Glizzy's holding up hot dogs and rapping in the using the hot dog as a microphone. So it's like, come on now. I'm just being creative. I'm in my element. I'm not thinking too much on I feel like a lot of artists, they want to look perfect and look like they made it and look like I'm just who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I create. And I get how it could look on the outside, but I'm just being myself.
I remember there was also a time when you, being sexy ScarLip too. And sometimes people feel like, why are they making her do that? Like someone's making you be sexy. But that's also you doing that for yourself.
Yeah. No one's making me do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to look sexy. I want to look sexy. I want to look like a tomboy. I want to look a tomboy. So when y'all see me in the bathing suit, maybe it's because I'm at the pool or I'm at the beach. Like, what do y'all want me to just wear Timbs and big North Face jackets all summer?
Yes, they do. No,
it's crazy.
ScarLip is here with me. This is her return to Way Up with Angela Yee. Her EP Scar Before Fame is available right now, but we got more with her when we come back. It's Way Up.
Everybody listen. Yeah.
It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with my girl ScarLip with her project Scar Before Fame out now. All right, now let's talk about this song, Runaway Love. The writing on that, the storytelling on that was phenomenal. And then getting Mary J. Blige on there was just the icing on the cake. And obviously this is also a play off of the Ludacris track as well. So talk to me about that.
It was a freestyle. And I was on my way to shoot the video because I was doing a lot of freestyles. And I sent it to Swiss. I said, yo, Swiss, I'm about to shoot this right now. I'm on my way. He said, stop the car, turn around, and re-record it. It's going on the album. On the mixtape. I was like, what? But I already paid the cameraman. He was like, turn the car around. You putting this on the mixtape. This is too hard. And yeah, so thank you again to Mary J. Blige. She came to the music video shoot. And she's just like, she's like a big sister, like an auntie, like, you know, she
don't like that. Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
You know how some of us be like,
she's just a homegirl that I really relate to. My bad, Mary. My bad.
People reacted to that so strongly, and it's like a mini movie. Is this something that ScarLip like just came up with, like a fictional story, or is this based off of anything?
So the Runaway Love track is a mixture of my story and just stories put together. Lisa, that was just a story of like other people's lives that I either seen on movies or maybe had a friend that was going through something like domestic violence. I see that a lot. Suicide awareness, all of those things. So I just really wanted to do like what Ludacris did in the Runaway Love, where he was just highlighting different stories of people's lives. But the Jasmine story, it was my story.
Right now I'm talking to ScarLip. Her project Scar Before Fame is out. The people relate to you so well. Another thing about you that had people up in arms was the scar. They were like, you had said that you were going to get rid of the scar on your lip, and people were like, no, don't do it.
Listen,
then you said you were. It feels like you...
Listen, I love the scar on my lip. But sometimes I have, like, you know, battles with myself. Like, I'm going to just get rid of it and just start fresh, start new. I don't need the scar no more. But it just reminds me how strong I am, what I came through. And it's not like me looking at the scar and seeing the bad side no more. I'm seeing the victory now every time I look in the mirror and look at my scar. And I'm like, I can't get rid of this. This is like what made me like who I am today. So I'm keeping it.
Now, you open up the album with a banger with you and Lil Wayne on it, Pop That. Talk to me about how this Lil Wayne feature happened.
The Pop That record y'all hear right now sounds nothing like the first Pop That version. It was like some freaky Pop That. Swiss was like, nah, we don't want to go that route. A week later, I'm driving, right? I get a call from Swiss. Swiss like, yo, check out what I just sent you. I check it, I play it, right? I'm like, okay, this is the record, Pop That.
Damn.
It get quiet, and then I hear the lighter flick, and you know what that means when the lighter flick. And then I hear Wayne verse, I almost crashed the car. We almost crashed. We went crazy. We was like, yo, this is crazy.
That's amazing to have. Swiss is like your fairy godfather.
He is, yo. I'm telling you, like, in real life, like, he changed my life so much. I really just appreciate him.
And he is for sure in your corner at all times. All right. Well, so many blessings to you. Scarred Before Fame is out right now. People have amazing things to say about it. It's got so much energy. Congratulations to you. You know I'm always in your corner cheering for you and rooting you on. So I cannot wait to see what's next.
Thank you,
For my
Angela.
girl, Scarlet. You can watch that full interview with ScarLip on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Ye. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mayo. Man, it is a Friday. What a day it was. We got a surprise drive-by from N.O.R.E. Had some fun today. We got to hear your wedding vows.
That's right. What you think of it?
And then in addition to that, what?
What do you think of my vows?
I think that people
They're
got to
nice.
go
You
look
love
at your
them.
Instagram page.
Right.
If they want to have a chance to see what that's all
July
about.
26th,
That's
go look at
what
my
I think.
page for the wedding vows.
All right. This weekend, though, I'm going to be at this amazing event. Shout out to my girl, Angela. Her name's also Angela. Cornrows and Curls in Brooklyn. So make sure y'all check that out if you're going to be around. The Cornrows and Curls experience is going down. And make sure you guys check out the full interview with ScarLip on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Ye. And, of course, this is your show. You have the last word.
My secret is I secretly got married to my boyfriend who's in prison. We've been together for 5 years. And we have an open marriage. He doesn't know that, but to me, this motherfucker.
I just wanted to say I love your guys' station, and you guys are so funny, and your type in music is really good.
It's showtime. Yeah, I'm about to tear it up. You tapped in and Way Up with Angela Yee.
I want it now, ow.